Hello, welcome. My name is San. This is my good friend Mariana.
Hi.
She's from Brazil. Some of you know her very well. She's spending the next 3 weeks here. She's a tarot reader as well. And so what we thought we might do today is just freestyle, play with our cards on camera to kind of tap into the current energies and see if there's any messages for the collective at this moment. So usually the two of us pull our cards before we record. So we don't usually do it here live in the recording. So we don't know what's going to happen. We've never worked together before.
Yeah,
I mean, although we've had many conversations.
Yeah.
We've gotten to know each other so well over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Just through phone calls and such.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we've met in person, and it's been absolutely magical. Like, I can't even describe the amount of synchronicity and the love. It's been so amazing. Yes. She's like my sister. So we don't know what's going to happen. We're just playing, experimenting.
And sharing it with you.
And see what occurs.
Yeah.
So,
I think,
this is what I think I want to do. I want to pull an overall energy.
Right. Okay.
And then while I'm kind of talking about that, maybe
I can shuffle.
You can see if anything's coming for you.
Yeah. I'll start with this one.
And we'll just kind of pass it back and forth, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just use my regular tarot deck, so
I'm going to pull an overall energy for this conversation from the What We've Forgotten Oracle. So this is just like general, what does the collective need to know, or what's the collective dealing with right now? Overall energy for the collective. Okay, we got 2 cards. What do we got? Imagination and higher love.
Oh, wow. Those are beautiful.
There. I can't see them the same way. So this imagination card is always talking to me about, you know what? It's becoming for me about becoming acquainted with something. It was like getting to know somebody, which is a little bit what we're going through, but we're not, because we know each other already. Yeah. So it's not really like that for us, but I mean, maybe just for you, because it's almost like entering this space that belongs to somebody else, and you get to discover everything there.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say that.
So it's like entering another realm. So applying this to the collective, we're talking about getting the opportunity to enter a space or an experience that is like all new to you. And it's so dense. There's so much information. There's so much to discover. Yeah. And then with the higher love, it's just kind of this undercurrent energy where it's absolute brilliance. It's kind of like exactly where you're meant to be. Yeah. Because there's so much there that is going to kind of like support this higher love. The higher love to me is like the higher timeline. By being in an energy, I mean, we've been having this conversation, by being in an energy of love or higher love, that's what accesses the magic, right? And the higher vibration and the synchronicity and like all the things start happening when you're in this higher love energy. So it's almost like being in this experience is helping to tap into this, right? Which just kind of opens the magic.
That's beautiful.
Right?
Do you want to know what I'm seeing?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it feels like entering...
You can take them.
It feels like entering the Akashic Records, to be honest. And that's something that I don't even talk about because, I don't know, I feel like I never accessed it. But now, like since what we experienced, it feels like opening up to that. And it's almost like there is... like a state of being, like you have to hold yourself in a certain way with a certain amount of light or a certain vibration that grants your entry to that space. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like by being in that love vibration, it opens things.
Exactly.
It gives you access to a different way of life, a different way of manifestation or something.
But it's interesting because it's not a library. It's almost like this.
I know, right? I read it as a library sometimes too. But it doesn't matter. Yeah. It is, if you see a library.
It's knowledge in every way, I think.
Yeah. Because I think there are books there. But it doesn't matter. The point is what you see.
Yeah.
It's what it means to you.
Okay, so to me, it feels like the opening of this, right? It's like we're entering this Akashic level of knowledge, like higher knowledge, higher love, to see whatever wants to come, like next. It's like now we're accessing like these jewels. We'll see.
Is it? Do you mean like this card is like us opening this reading right now?
Yeah.
Is opening the energy?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna put those here, and I'm gonna start looking at my cards, see what if anything comes out. So I'm just gonna do my own process, and if and when something appears to me, I will communicate it.
So I don't think I ever showed people also my shuffling.
Yeah.
It's something that I never...
I know, because that's the reason why I do it the way I do it, is because it's a process. Like, to me, I have to be, like, really quiet.
It feels like opening a book from the library, right? It's like we need to get it and open it and receive the story first and then translate it.
Yeah, you have to get acquainted with it first before you can, like, introduce it to other people.
But here's, like, we don't know what book we're going to open, right?
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like reading the book first and then telling the story.
Yeah,
but now
exactly.
It's like we're opening the book together.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this card. I love this card. It's the back-to-back connection card.
Oh, yeah.
And the Fool.
Incredible. Ooh, okay. The Two of Swords. The Two of Wands. I don't know why I said the Two of Swords. Maybe there's something that doesn't want to be seen. But the Two of Wands to me talks about imagination. It's like the exercise for like opening the imagination, opening the way to like see things further. So the new horizon for me, this is what this card represents. And I feel like it's just backing up the two cards, right? It's like the steps towards like opening up the imagination.
This is how you do it. This is the process. So it's like this is the way you do this.
Oh,
It's
right.
like
The steps that you need to take.
These are the instructions
Right.
for accessing this.
Ah, interesting.
So it's okay. So this is fascinating. This is almost becoming like we're showing people how we do.
Well, we
what
do.
we do.
Ah.
It's like this is how we do it. This is the process, and this
Yeah.
is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But this is how we do it.
Yeah.
That's what the Two of Wands is talking about. The Two of Swords. So because we're
what
demonstrating
what is it that we don't want to see?
that we don't want to.
I mean, why the Two of Swords?
For me, it would be because I don't want people to see this part of the process.
Right. Okay.
So showing everybody the my Two of Wands, it's like that's very intimate.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like this is my private space. My
Yeah.
This is where I come into this higher love, imagination space. And it's like I have to do that alone.
Yeah.
But to do it in front of an audience, it's Two of Swords.
Strange.
It's like, we don't want to right? If you feel like really vulnerable or something.
Oh.
It's like I'm more aware of the audience than ever.
You are.
Right now. I'm like really aware that there's people watching us.
Right, okay.
Right? But usually I don't think about that.
Right.
But right now I feel like I'm aware of it.
Eyes on you.
Yeah, so that's what the Two of Swords is about.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what else comes.
I love that.
Oh, there's something here about
Oh, that's beautiful.
that whole conversation we just had about the Two of Swords and like the struggle.
Right.
It's like not wanting to show that. It's like sometimes it's not easy.
Yeah.
Right? Like to get a message or to get tuned in, and it's like you don't want to show the work because it's not always like I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but it's not always glamorous. Or it's not always smooth.
Yeah.
Right. So, but it always leads to a really happy collective in a sense. Right.
Right.
But yeah, even though there's evidence of a happy collective, like, people are enjoying the content, it still comes back to the Two of Swords after.
Oh,
it's like,
the Two of Swords.
It's like it's just, the Two of Swords is next. So it's like, even though it's like it proves itself over and over and over again, it's still, I am still in the Two of Swords in that sense.
Yeah.
But with the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess, it's saying like that, it's like it's ready to evolve or something.
Right. To me, so the card that came through is the Six of Cups, which talks about remembrance. It's like remembering the High Priestess in you, like in all of us. And like, we don't need to feel, oh my God, that's amazing. It's like the Nine of Swords at the bottom and the Strength is underneath. So it's like, we don't need to feel like we are alone in this. Like we aren't, like we were, right? We were so
Independent.
far, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We were still so connected. We were always talking about like how our readings were intertwined and like, you know,
Yeah.
all the telepathy and just amazing. It's like this connection that is being remembered, right, by the Six of Cups. So it's almost like it's needed to be that way, maybe because it's like we felt like we were alone, but that really brings out like our strength, our courage.
Right.
Because that's the higher love.
Because we developed
it's the King of
individually.
Cups, right?
But this
Right,
Three of
yeah.
Pentacles here for me is talking about even like the audience.
Right.
It's talking about bringing it all together.
Right.
Somehow. I don't know how.
Uh-huh.
But it's almost like you're ready to overcome that and open it up to like a bigger collaboration.
Right.
Whatever that means. That's what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the strength. We built strength
individually
by working individually.
Yeah, but always knowing that somehow we were connected. Like, and this is just like, remember when I was talking to you, like I had a few deja vu moments here?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like we're going to remember, maybe not just us. It's like we're just like mirrors for, you know, everyone.
Yeah, like what we're experiencing right now is just a reflection of what.
Yeah, the collective might be.
Like I was saying, this card at the beginning, but the imagination is kind of like you coming into my world.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you are a living example of the collective. Like the collective is accessing this opportunity right now to move into a space. Is that? Oh, never mind. Don't let me. I thought they were flipped. To move into a space that allows for this, like this realization of like the expansion of your process or what it is that you do. It's like it's ready to evolve.
Yeah.
And you're going to discover that by entering this, whatever this experience is that would open up for you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So it's almost like, okay, so what we're accessing, it's not really something new. It's just a remembrance.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're having deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels actually really, really good. It doesn't feel like this stressful, frustrating experience, you know. I know that I'm not alone. It's like, because I know how strong I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Like, I had to develop that.
I know, you came so far.
I know. Oh my
God.
God.
Like, physically.
I know.
Physically.
Do you want to tell them?
Well, you came from Brazil. She left her home at probably 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I picked her up in Toronto at 1 a.m.
The next
she was
day.
Traveling for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were at a big standstill in the middle, like a big layover, but still, it's so, she came so far. Like, I look at the map and I'm like, look at how far you came just to sit here.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
I know.
So, okay, let's see. I want to kind of bring in more like, okay, but then what? Then
what?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm using the other deck that I use usually for the collective reading. So this has a blended cards of tarot and astrological oracle cards. So we'll see.
For any of you who don't know, I mention Mariana a lot in my readings. But she has a channel, MN Tarot.
Yeah.
So if you want to go check her out, if you haven't checked her out yet, that's her channel. She has her own work, but it's amazing that we're doing it together.
I know. It feels like a blessing.
Right?
But it feels also so cozy and so...
Oh, okay. So here's another thing that's coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's been all this conversation in the last couple of days about people being completely alone in their journey, right?
Yeah.
And it's like maybe that's what's happening, is that's starting to end. Like it's like we're finally finding each other.
Yeah.
And when you find each other, then next level stuff begins to happen.
Yeah. True.
Okay. I'm trying to think of. There's another piece to that coming together in collaboration in the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh.
But that's not here on the table. Anyway, okay, I'm going to focus.
But it's been in our awareness. It's like, it's something that, yeah.
There's something here about like the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune is all this amazing kind of advancement advancement, like this kind of almost like destined, predestined, fateful advancement.
Mm-hmm.
But it's surrounded by all of these really challenging energies. Because like the Five of Cups.
Six of Cups again.
The Five of Cups and the Tower and the Seven of Wands is surrounding this advancement. And I almost feel like this is like...
The atmosphere?
Yeah, it's like this advancement happening in an energy of real struggle. But it doesn't necessarily apply to the ones who are experiencing this advancement. It's almost like this is where there's that split in the collective, or like people talk about like the earth splitting to like two timelines. It's almost like that's what this is talking about. But it's like this is all around. It was like surrounding. And it's almost as if you're emerging out of the middle of all of this struggle.
Yeah.
We emerging, like having this advancement in the middle of all this struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, Six of Cups, but I didn't... If you see something in that, I wasn't seeing. But go ahead and show what that is.
Yeah, so the two cards that just jumped out were the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. And I was seeing like the Hangman, it's almost like this, what is it called?
Trap? It's not the trap.
Life jacket? No.
Straight jacket?
No, not straight jacket. No, the thing that you
throw.
A
life preserver?
No.
Yeah, a life
when you are at sea.
Yeah.
And somebody's drowning.
Yeah, it's a life preserver.
Oh, right. So then that's it. Because it's like reality here is like it's too dense. It's like it's compressing. Yeah. It's like the Seven of Pentacles just like too dense. I'm just thinking of like a lot of people together. Like
a crowd?
Like a crowd.
When it gets too dense and you start feeling suffocated?
Yeah, and you need out.
You need out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's what this Hangman is.
Well, it's really interesting though, because so you're almost seeing that same kind of thing, right? Like this advancement would be that, like being pulled out of the uncomfortable, the energy that's becoming uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling this.
No, I'm not.
But it seems to be out there.
Yeah.
Because we're both picking it up.
Oh my God, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords at the bottom, right? So that's the thing. We cannot see it.
So we're not seeing it.
Maybe we're the one throwing this.
So we're surrounded by all of this energy and we're not even perceiving it.
Yeah.
Probably because we're in this higher love energy.
Right.
And so it's not even visible to us.
Are we the ones to open this library, this Akashic,
I don't know,
this imagination?
But I'm really almost struggling with, like, it's like I can't even imagine that.
Right.
Are we living almost like in this bubble, this pocket dimension?
Right. Yeah.
The pocket dimension, and we're surrounded by all of this, and we don't even know it's there because I have no sense of this.
Yeah.
Do you?
Me neither. No.
But it wants us to know that it's there.
Yeah. Maybe it's because the collective, like whomever is watching this, perhaps.
For the collective, maybe, but I feel like a lot of the collective is going to be having our experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's almost like maybe we need to, in a way, be mindful of that.
It's like maybe we're the ones that need to extend the hand, right? To throw the life preserver.
No, I'm not seeing that. Because it feels like a completely separate energies. It's like one is emerging out of the other.
Right. Let's pull more.
Just see.
Let's see.
And then the Death card. The Death, but it's the Mothy Death card,
right.
which I love.
Ah, I love that.
Which is just like expansion of gifts.
Yeah.
Becoming more telepathic and connected. Oh, yeah. So it's like the old world kind of falling apart. The deconstruction and them like
rebuilding,
trying to rebuild, but in that attempt, it's almost like they're attempting to ride your fortune. Because this is my Klingon wheel of fortune. Yeah. This is a wheel that is almost stuck because of all of the energy that is trying to climb onto it. See this? So it's almost
like the traditional meaning of the Hangman.
It's sorry, I'm touching your cards. So,
no, it's fine.
It's
like going beyond the traditional way of seeing tarot. Like a new language is emerging.
But you were talking about this crowd becoming suffocating.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's like this people wanting to hold on to you because you have that But look,
You can elevate the energy.
look at the Eight of Cups.
Right.
It's saying walk away.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't help them. Is basically what it's saying.
Right.
Or there's some that you can't help.
Right.
It's almost like this here is happening. It's almost like an automatic, energetic leap. That just like you didn't do it. You're not doing it. It's happening.
It's meant to be.
It's like a natural evolution.
Yeah.
And so if someone isn't experiencing this, you can't do it for them.
Yeah, they try to make it.
And they're trying to grab onto you as you're advancing. But this is saying with the Eight of Cups, it's saying, but there's nothing that you can do. It's like, this is, because it's all this Wheel of Fortune energy. It's like, it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
We are not doing any of it.
Yeah.
So there's like, it's like, there's nothing for you to do.
Right. Right.
Just experience what you're experiencing. And realize that there might be some of this going on.
Right.
Because that might really create maybe some discomfort or maybe some need for discernment. Because it's like, what's happening? And the advice is saying, like, don't worry. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to save them. You don't have to do anything. Just have your experience.
Yeah.
Allow them their experience. That's kind of what it's looking like. Okay?
Oh my God, yeah. The card to me that represents like being in the right place at the right time, the Five of Pentacles. So it's almost like there's too much here. Whenever I see these two cards together, well, it depends, but sometimes it feels like holding like other people's hands, right? Side by side, almost like in a circle. But here perhaps it's like if you're trying to get out of this crowd, it's like just worry about your own integrity. This is what I keep saying with the Five of Pentacles. It's like this self-integrity that needs to be like reassured, or it's like you need to feel good about yourself. You need to feel good with your own individuality, right? Where was that? I can't remember. Oh, the, like here, right? With the Nine of Swords and the Strength. So it's like, feel like you are brave for this, like to like face this alone, but know that you're not alone. That makes sense? Yeah. Because it's like you have to take your place. That's the thing. That's a card that says, like, take your place.
Yeah, like, don't shy away from it.
No.
Or don't feel undeserving.
No.
Like, just because other people may be not experiencing the brilliance that you're experiencing, don't let it take away from your experience.
I mean, like, letting go of the two Pentacles that are here, it's almost like there's, like, there are too many people, like, you know, and there's room just for your own integrity.
Yeah.
Let's see what's at the bottom. Oh, Uranus. Okay, interesting. So this card, oh, it's too bright here.
No, it actually, it appears okay when you're watching the video. It seems okay. Yeah.
So the Uranus energy is very rebellious. It's very, it's like it really changes the status quo, right? So it comes to shake things. And yeah, on the 15th of July, if I'm not mistaken, Uranus and Mars, they were going to conjunct in the energy of Taurus, by the way. So it's like shaking the ground, right? Shaking the status quo.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, interesting.
It's like this is you and your brilliance.
Right?
And this is what it causes in some people. It's almost like being electrocuted.
Right.
It's like, you can see it, right? It's like they don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Because it actually affects them physically. It's like they can feel a buzz in their body.
Yeah.
That makes them uncomfortable because they don't understand it.
Yeah. They feel fragmented is what I'm seeing here with this.
Yeah, right? Let's show these guys.
Yeah.
So this is the brilliance. This is like the advancement. And it's being met by the Two of Swords, which keeps coming up.
Right.
We were talking about not wanting to be seen.
Yeah.
But now it's saying like they don't want to see.
Yeah.
Not our collective, but like the broader collective.
Yeah, the surrounding atmosphere.
Doesn't want to see
the moon.
So so there's almost something like that. The fact that we don't want to show our intimate process, our intimate stuff, it's almost like maybe there's something in there about the fact that we know that it will affect some people this way, and we don't want to aggravate.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I wonder what the Five of Pentacles is. Because I feel like there's more.
But I feel like, but this Two of Wands is coming out after this. And I'm like, is this our experience, or is it they go through this kind of, it's almost like being zapped. Does it bring them into like almost like a clean slate? I don't know.
It's interesting because I was reading like Two of Inspiration.
Yeah.
It's the same Two of Wands, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I was hearing like two of a kind. It's almost like they need more than, it's like they need
Validation?
like a confirmation. Yeah.
Validation.
Yeah. It's like one source of inspiration is not enough. It needs to be like confirmed.
Two inspirations.
Two inspirations.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's the step by step.
Right.
Perhaps.
Okay. All right, we should wrap this up. Let's figure out what the end of the message is.
Right. Okay. I love this.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I already have something.
Okay.
So we have the next thing, which is the Three of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. So the one who sees, right? It's like he's not shying away from seeing. He's not with, it's like he's way developed his own consciousness, or perhaps like even like his sight, his vision, his intelligence, his mind, to co-create this. Because to me, the three represents co-creation, and it's almost like after the two confirmations, or after the first few steps, like the two first steps are maybe the hardest, but they are maybe not required, but it's like it's needed so that you can enter the library of imagination, or like this state of higher love that unlocks this imagination. And so that's what brings the first signs of manifestation. Because if you think of the Three of Wands, it's like the first signs on the horizon, right? This is like opening up the horizon, but the Three of Wands, it's like it's bringing something that is now visible, and that it's almost like this fine adjustment, or this fine tuning of the doubt. Like the doubt was the Two of Swords that was preventing the Two of Wands, but when the Two of Wands is here, like the confirmation of the inspiration is here, then the Three of Wands is perceived. It's like it's finally in place. It's going to become visible. So that's
like the advancement. That's where the advancement happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You go from like planning or an idea to actually action.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
or maybe like not wanting to be seen, or not wanting to see something, and then it's like you don't mind. It's like that you're going.
Okay with it.
It's so fascinating because earlier this morning
maybe that's what this is probably talking about.
I didn't tell you this, but I was sat on the mat, on the yoga mat, and I was doing this. I had my left hand on my chest, and I had my two fingers on my third eye, and I saw like this phrase. It's almost like I didn't see anything in front of me, but it was almost like I was bowing and thanking and just honored to be here, to be seeing what I'm seeing. And I just said to myself, like, I see you, I honor you. And I did this. And it feels like this, right? It's like there's almost like a point of breaking the ice. And it's almost like, because I could perceive myself here so many times before coming here, but of course, like, you cannot know until you know it, or you cannot see it until you see it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, oh my God, that's amazing.
Seeing and being seen.
Yeah, perhaps.
So I've got this Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups, kind of talking about that. It's almost like your King of Swords.
Yeah.
You said he sees.
Yeah, you can get
that's
it.
That's what this is talking about as well too.
Right.
It's like
yes.
It's like a seer.
Yeah.
Somebody who's connected, but joining with others in this Three of Cups.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
okay.
you got the Three of Cups,
Three of Wands, yeah.
And then it moves into the Eight of Wands and the Page of Voices, which is just talking about like accessing so much more information all of a sudden, like having new vision, vision expanding.
Yeah.
And the fascinating thing is it seems to be like it's happening to us.
Right.
Like this collective in one way, like us coming together is this expansion like of our work or of like however it's gonna flow.
Yeah.
But there's also this being witnessed by people is also causing them to have almost like start receiving downloads, to start to see, like they can start to see.
Oh my God, that
because
would be amazing.
it's like because we're showing it.
Right.
It's the interesting thing is we've already been out. It's not like we're in the closet of like spiritual closet, right? Like some people have a hard time coming out, like starting a channel or showing their gifts. Like we've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
But there seems to be an aspect that we haven't shown, which is like our process or something.
Yeah.
And showing that, or I don't know, like being visible in a way that we haven't been, is kind of opening the eyes of others and bringing more information to them. And then like it ends in the Justice card, which is, oh my God, look, it's like the opening of, it's like it's becoming this. It's like this is what happens right before this light's on fire. You see what I mean? Yeah. So it's like this crown opening or the third eye opening. So it's like, I guess it's just being an example, and like that I'm seeing like a flame like lighting something on fire, and the fire just takes off. Yeah. Like it just spreads. Yeah. Like wildfire. Right. Does that make sense?
But okay, so my question to you is, all this fire could burn, right? But it could burn like with creativity or inspiration instead of you know, like burn down. It could like burn, like igniting others. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's an ignition. It's all this inspiration. Yeah. It's more inspiration. Yeah. Right?
Right. Huh.
But in a sense, there is a bit of a destructiveness in it too because of this.
So yeah, that's what I was going to say here with this card, which is from the Astrological Oracle deck. I don't know how to say this in English. Is this Ceres? I think it's Ceres.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a feminine constellation that represents the mother, right? So it's like birthing a new reality. So where's the death? The death, yeah, that one. It's like birthing a new reality. But what this was showing me is like this scythe. I think that's the word. Yeah, yeah. So after like the field is burned with all this inspiration, it's almost like the dead portion is going to be scythed. Yeah. Does that make sense? And then oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, yes. So the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, which is actually from the Astrological Oracle deck, and the Six of Cups. So there is a remembrance here. It's like coming together. It's like we have been waiting for the right time for this coming together.
Yeah, there's all this stuff about timing, right? That's been coming up a lot. Yeah. Like the movement of the planets and the stars. And and we actually brought a mattress out into my backyard last night and laid in the dark and just stared at the sky for hours. Yeah. And doing that though, oh my God, it's like it altered our perception. Oh my God. When we came back in the house, we looked different to each other. Yes. It's like our faces changed. It's like it was so bizarre. Well, it was so interesting.
I saw stars that I never saw from Brazil. Right. Because they are different, right? Right. Yeah, yeah. So I saw Arcturus for the first time. And oh my goodness, Vega. Stuff. It's so amazing.
You know, okay, when we were looking at each other after we came inside, and it was almost that experience of looking in the mirror and your face shifts. Right, yeah. And it's almost eerie. Yeah. You're like you're not recognizing. So familiar, but suddenly you're a stranger. Uh-huh. Yeah. But there's something about so looking at the sky and the stars, that's the mirror. Right. And so we were looking at ourselves in the stars. Yeah. And seeing this new version of ourselves, or new aspect of ourselves reflected from the stars. Yeah. And you were talking about the stars speaking to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is amazing. I think this is beautiful. Can I pull a rune.
Do you want to wrap with one?
No, I'm done. I'm just like, this is amazing. I see how it applies for all of us. It's like we're a living example of how the energies are shifting and moving right now. Yeah, yeah. And this is kind of like just telling the story of it.
Yeah, this is the behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the messy process to get things done. So for those of you who don't know this, after my extended, I pulled from the astrological runes, which I made. Actually, I made my own deck as well. But so these are almost like this final guidance, just to give like this cherry on top of the message. So let's see what comes. Oh, right. Okay, so we have the rune that represents Leo, which is the strength, right? So we have like, again, the double confirmation, right? The double inspiration. And it's interesting because Leo is such a creative energy.
The two independent strengths.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're struggling right now, thinking that you're not strong, that you're not brave, that you're not courageous enough, I mean, here's your second confirmation, right? It's like, you're so strong. I mean, yes, just believe in your, like, because Leo is like, it's such a noble figure as well, right? It's like the sovereign ruler in a sense. So just like see yourself as that, just like trust in that.
Yeah, well, the Leo, to me, there's one specific Leo card, I don't know where it is, but that talks to me about the Leo, being the leader, almost like a tour guide, like bringing somebody into this new space and showing them around.
Oh,
that's what the Leo is becoming for me.
That's beautiful.
They're the one who shows the new space.
Yeah.
Or the new way.
That's amazing.
Something like that. All right. We're going to leave it there.
Yes.
I hope this was enjoyable for all of you. I think we're going to post it on both channels.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And we don't know what we're doing next. We will probably pop up again at some point in the next couple of weeks. And
yeah, we'll see.
We're living moment by moment, completely spontaneous. So who knows what's coming next. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.